The body of the late former Vice President Kwesi Amissah-Arthur will be laid in state on Saturday, 27th July 2018 at the Accra International Conference Center.
This was announced by the bereaved family at a solemn one-week celebration of the deceased at the Accra Church. The one-week celebration attracted leading figures in the present government and the opposition NDC. They included the sitting Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former Presidents Jerry John Rawlings and John Dramani Mahama.
Last week, Friday, 29th June 2018, can be best described as one of the darkest days in the country's history when Ghanaians woke up to the news of the sudden death of the former Vice President of Ghana, Kwesi Amissah-Arthur. Mr. Amissah-Arthur died at the 37 Military Hospital after having collapsed at Ghana Air Force Gymnasium, where he had gone to have a physical exercise. Today is exactly 1 week since he died. His family and the government organized a week memorial service at the Accra Rich Church, where he used to worship. In attendance were the wife of the deceased, Mrs. Matilda Amissah-Arthur, the current Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former President Jerry John Rawlings, immediate past President John Dramani Mahama, the Speaker of Parliament, Professor Mike Okwe, Senior Minister Mr. Yao Osafo-Maafo, and other leading figures in the current administration. Also present were former ministers in the past NDC government, including former Finance Minister Mr. Setekbe, former Foreign Affairs Minister Madam Hannah Tete, NDC Chairman Mr. Kofi Potofi, and General Secretary Mr. Asiedun Ketia, the Chief of Esikado Nana Kobnan Ketia, and the Chief of Cape Coast Osaberi Makwesiata also attended the event. During his working life, Mr. Amissah-Arthur once served as the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The one-week celebration attracted the current Governor, Dr. Ernest Anderson, his deputies, as well as former deputy governors and the staff of the Central Bank. Also present were family members of the late former Vice President from Mori and Cape Coast. In a sermon, the Administrative Bishop of the Methodist Church, Ghana, Right Reverend Paul Boafo, described the late former Vice President as selfless.
By this loss, we are grieving as a nation because we look at him, His Excellency, in his life that we witness and we were all part of, to be that he was a fine public servant, a man of dignity, and a man of great humility, which we ought to learn. A selfless, committed statesman who served this country and served the world. He served this present age because he knew that he was a steward of what had been entrusted to him.
A brother of the late former Vice President, Mr. Jabesh Amissah-Arthur, outlined the final funeral rites and burial arrangements.
There will be no wake keeping. Filing past and paying of last respects will be on Friday, July 27th at the foyer of the Accra International Conference Center from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Burial service will take place on Friday, 27th July in the main auditorium of the Accra International Conference Center from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Interment will be by special invitation on Friday, July 27th at 1 p.m. Final funeral rites and reception will be at the forecourt of the State House on the same day.
Prayers were said for the widow, Mrs. Matilda Amissah-Arthur, the family and the entire country for God's grace during this difficult period.